Well, we are watching today Spinx, who is, yeah, I guess we can call him the biggest name coming out of Israel. And he has honestly had a lot of really good performances. He seems to be a guy who has like super consistent aim. He has the kind of Tepson, I would say even Forest aim, where you are super slowly, in a way, aiming on your opponents and then you shoot. And that is, in my opinion, the most consistent way of aiming you can have. It's pretty hard though, because you really need to stay composed every single time. So, what are we watching? Well, this is a game at the RMR. It was just played, I think, 5 days ago or something. And it's, I'm not sure if it's sort of a record-setting performance, but it's at least one for the history books, I would say. So we're gonna be watching this, and yeah. It makes sense to me that Spinx to me is a really, really strong anchor type player. But if he's gonna be playing A here, no, he's not. Okay, that makes more sense then. Because I was about to say, if he's getting this many kills by playing A, then it's really impressive. This is the consistent aiming I'm talking about. I missed it a little bit, but I'll try to highlight it again if it comes. Spinx had a specific spawn, which allows you to throw the door smoke, like the one that lands down here, from spawn. So he is standing here and throwing it through this, and hitting the wall and bouncing down. You need a specific spawn to be able to do it from spawn. And I do believe he did it right then and there. So I will highlight it if it happens again, so you guys can see the lineup and see how good it is. Jeremy says, this will make a great YouTube video. I agree, Jeremy. I feel like the demo reviews always make really good YouTube videos. And this one especially, because of all the demos we've watched, this is gonna be the hottest performance. Nothing will beat this for a very long time, I suspect. Like now he even makes it over to Banana, but he doesn't know that Spinx is hot on his heels. So I do suspect that he will win this fight. And he does. What I'm hoping to see from Spinx, or what I'm expecting at least, is him having just calm aim throughout. He has this kind of aim that I think also Fasher has, for example, that it looks so simple, but there's so little error in it. So like, he will never overflick, he will never, you know, all those things. It's like, if you would build a robot to aim, you would build it like this. But if you would have been playing A and been getting this performance, I would have been really surprised. Oh, this spawn is so easy. Even I can do this, guys. There you see, this goes down and lands in the door. That's kind of nice. This is right now a 4-man B take. So the reason that Spinx is here is because with the spawn, they smoke in the door. And they call from spawn, they want to destroy B here. So I do believe that Madden, he Molotov down here. And someone, Snappy, possibly, Molotov this area, meaning that the T's cannot go up Banana unless they smoke it, and they also can't go this side unless they smoke it. So what Spinx is here to do late is throwing a Molo that bounces hard on this wall, so it comes in like this and then bounces back and takes this copy. It's at this moment pretty much the only place the T's can be. So because they can't go Banana, they can't go into this space, they can only go to the cubby. And if you then Molo that out and then flash, then you can set Snappy up for kills. So I think that's what we're going to be seeing. We saw the Molo come in. He actually didn't even get a flash. But still, it's a really good play. And again, we see like all his bullets are landing in the area that they're supposed to. Here he actually did miss, so he's honestly just a dog shit player. He clearly locked into this performance. No, but life as a mid player, especially the way Heat are playing, is very easy. Normally it's not so and so, but Heat are expending very little utility on mid. They're not smoking window, they're not doing donut molo, they're not doing donut smoke. And so ends can use the utility on taking mid and they never get contested. Now they have full B again, and Heat are actually this time coming mid but late. And now they're doing the nades, but Spinx will see that. And he's getting into a good position. Oh my god, what a cracking shot from Exercise. So now here he is obviously just holding it back. There's not a whole lot happening. Exercise is actually on a flank. A very late one. We'll see if he reads it. It does look like he does. Oh, he saw him. And, I mean, this is what I like, kind of, from Spinx. He doesn't actually go for the headshot here. He knows that he has, like, really good angle on this guy. And he's aiming on the body so that it doesn't get into a case that he's, you know, missing the first few bullets on the head and then he just dies or something, you know. He just aims the body because he knows he has, like, a really good angle on him. And makes the kill really easy. He did end up with a headshot, of course, but his aim placement at the beginning was on the body. And good kills coming in. Before this round, he had 5 kills and 4 deaths, okay? Remember that scoreline. 5 kills, 4 deaths, so almost 1 KD. Worth to note as well, actually, I've never seen this before, but one of them in ends always molos deep, which is like very necessary. But the second molo is out in this space, and normally the second molo is here, but ends are moloing here, meaning that they can't really so easily fight this. Like this angle is not so easy to fight. Normally you want to molo this so that they either have to turn this off and stand in it, or they have to run out, you know. But they're making it so that they cannot run out, and that is a different way of thinking, but I actually quite like it. It's making a rush mid much harder. And now they just smoke it off, and then he can take it now. He has advantage in these close duels. So, very cool. And yeah, 2 great kills by Spinx. Now he has again all the B space. Ends on this CT side have so far just been dominating. There's been a lot of half buys coming out of Heat because they haven't been getting too many bomb plants, but still, they have so much map control in almost every round. And here we see sort of it's honestly not that bad, but the detriment from having this certain aiming style and having, like, I assume a low sensitivity. I'm not sure if it's actually true, but dodging flashes and readjusting is harder, for example. He did get killed pretty fast and the flash was very good. Now he has the bigger gun, so he tries to get sort of an entry in mid. He almost died for it, but he did actually do some damage. And now an invisible wall was blocking him. But I like this from ends, like they are using the USPs to make space and get info for him. And now he can fight these guys in headshot angles. Oh my god. The fact that he survives here with 1 HP is so big. He can still fight in headshot angles. So he might be able to get more. Oh, and the bomb is actually T-spawn. Yeah, so there's one more. This is bold, going out here without the headshot angle when you have 1 HP. But he doesn't get punished. Now Snappy dies. I don't think there's any way he wins this, right? For them. Okay, so Sicken says he has 900 DPI and 1.2 cents according to pro settings. Okay. He actually just gets spammed through the wall. Don't you think it's weird that all Turkish people have really high sensitivity? And don't you think it's weird that, like, Spinx plays really high sensitivity, Flamesy plays really high sensitivity, Shushan plays really high sensitivity, Sershan plays, like, average, or maybe a little bit above average. Don't you think it's weird? It's as if it's like a cultural thing to have, like, high sensitivity. Or like a genetic thing. But I don't know. Because, I mean, if you look at Sinners, for example, they have extremely low sensitivities, all of them. Except when Oscar was there, he had really high sensitivity. But it feels like a kind of cultural thing. Let's see here how he finds impact. The bomb is actually coming B. He's here on great timing, so he should be able to destroy this. Yep. They didn't expect him so close. And the fact that he gets both kills, I mean, that wins the round, of course. It's a little bit lucky. If Afro didn't run with knife here, then he wouldn't have been able to get it so easily. This looked a little bit shaky. But still, he's getting a lot of kills. I mean, he has 16 kills. And so far, it doesn't look like anything too special. But it is still 16 kills in 12 rounds. It's not that bad. That is a good shot. That is another good shot. That is also a good shot. So, at 3k on the trot. Is that a saying? I think it is. Obviously sort of eco-frags here. But I do think... I mean, if you're looking at how many he's had in buy rounds, it's actually a lot. Like, he hasn't had an insane amount of eco-frags. He sort of... his playstyle reminds me of his aim style. Like, his aim style is very calm, cool, and collected. And, like, here, for example, the T's actually go B. But... he's still waiting for that A lurk, you know? Like, the mid lurk to kill the A rotation. And so he basically never gets caught out of position, which is a really good sort of attribute to possess. Let's see, late mid utility, what a great HE. And he actually gets out as well, gets a flash. It looks simple, right? I mean, when you watch a simple demo, for example, a lot of the things he does looks very difficult. Like, a lot of the things you're sitting there thinking, holy shit, how can this guy be doing this consistently? Like, hitting no scopes and shit like that. When you watch something like Spinx, you're sitting there thinking, okay, it's really that easy. And that's what's so great about watching like different players, because someone like Spinx, he really plays the game in a very consistent manner. This angle is interesting, by the way. I'll talk about it in a second. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a spray down. And there's another. Let's see. Does he kill more? What a great angle to take. He almost gets the ace. But now he has 25 kills, guys, in the first half. Talking about this angle, by the way. In Donut, there are some really difficult angles to clear. Like, this one is like a pixel angle, and this one is like a pixel angle. And so, people are really focused on making sure to peek those angles in the right fashion. But that's why Spinx is holding an angle directly in front, because this is an angle you are never worried about, you know? So, like, if the AWP would peek up here, let's say, he's peeking this pixel, and then maybe he will jump across to peek this pixel or something, you know? And Spinx is holding an off angle. That's why when they bounce this flash in, you know, all he needs to do is just hold down mouse 1, because they are going to be running in exactly this angle to try and sort of stay out of this angle as much as possible. So they want to go as close to the wall as possible here, or they could go as close to the wall here as possible. But the thing by going to this wall is that then you open up yourself to the other one. So what makes sense is trying to bounce a flash to take away this angle, and then going up along this wall. And that's exactly where this kind of spray will come in when he's blind. So not only is it very good for when you're blind, but it also is extremely good for when you just have a duel. Like, if anyone walks on you, you'll always have advantage in this duel. We cannot see the health of the T's. Because of my my cam. I guess I could move that, but then I think it would be on the death notice. What is this smoke? This I've never seen before. I guess it's for long. But this is a cool lineup. If this is the lineup, then I'm going to use this. Yeah, that should be it. That's actually a really, really cool lineup. But what we notice as well is that Spinx is like... He is really... I mean, in this case, he's the utility man, right? But he's not going first a whole lot. Like, he is set up to success. But with good reason. He's very consistent. What a great peek by here. And yeah, we'll see how he handles this one. It's a pretty tough duel. He gets, yeah, look at how much damage he's doing from this position. He has no armor, by the way. And he neither has Snappy, so this first fight is so important. He hits like some flick headshot. Now the guy is up to 28-8. And I told you to keep in your mind 5-4. So he went from 5 kills to 28. So he got 23 kills. And in that time he died 3 times. So he has had an insane sort of resurgence. He didn't even, like, 5-4 isn't even awful, you know. That's just average. But what he's pulling now is really good. And now he does actually get those eco frags. 4 eco frags for him. A really nice multi-kill. 32 and 9, guys, in 17 played rounds. He almost has 2 kills per round in this match. That is outrageous. But yeah, here he does actually go first. He's contacting out mid. There's been a little bit of thing. And there's that angle that I'm talking about. Spinx is a little bit fortunate to find body in that angle with nades out. But now he has gotten so much space, and he's putting, just by being here, he's putting so much pressure on the CTs, because body can't rotate, or he's gonna die, which just happened. Oh my god, imagine that he won that duel as well. But now, from this position, the reason this is so strong, right? When you have like a lurk position where you could cut off the mid rotation, basically, is that if body rotates here, he's dead. But if he doesn't rotate here, then he's leaving his 3 guys over on the B bomb side to fend for themselves. Meaning that if they lose B, the round is 100% over. So he wants to try and see if he can get to B, because they have a feeling it's going to be B play. So what ends up doing well here is that they sort of fake the B play, make body rotate, they get an early opener, and then what's a little bit unfortunate is that there's a double cave setup and they get completely demolished, right? But what would have been an amazing play here is faking the B play, Spinx gets this kill, and then they rotate back to A. I think that's actually, I didn't quite catch it, but it might have been what they were trying, and that's why they got destroyed by this cave play. But yeah, so like, when you kill a rotation, you know A is going to be alone, and then you can still have this guy holding the B rotation. So it's like such a strong position to get into. But in some way it was body's own fault. Like, he was standing there with nades in donut that allowed the rotation. The only hard part now is because the bomb is alone, he has to find, you know, footing somewhere. And he has to now bring the bomb to a bomb site. But would they have been 4 alive instead of just 1, this unit of 4 could just overrun the A side. And now Hades actually makes a great mid round here. He decides to go through the mid, which is the only space that ends for sure have. And then he can plant safe as well. I think Hades didn't plant safe. Because there wasn't even a wallbang. I think he fucked up the bomb plant spot. So yeah, guys. I do believe he might very soon hit the big 4-0. You must say. Oh my god, don't you dare stop me. Yeah, thank you. So, 40 kills, guys. We're on round 23. 160 ADR, by the way. It's pretty good. Someone pointed out on Reddit as well, this is not his first 40 kill performance. In fact, the score that he ends up with here, we'll see it now, is the exact score that he ended up with against Dignitas as well, not too long ago. He also had 40 kills and 14 deaths. We're unfortunately not going to see him be the one finishing it off, but I do believe that this game ends 16-8. And yeah, that's demo over and done with. Crazy performance by Spinx. A guy who I feel like is just getting better and better. I remember I already thought he was pretty good before he entered FPL, but then when I played with him in FPL, I realized that, you know, he might not, at least when I played with him in FPL, it's not like I got blown away by his great communication or his great, like, la la la, but just the fact that you have an anchor who's so reliable, it gives you so many rounds. And yeah, he's among the best in the world in terms of that, especially currently. I do think with this guy as well, I don't exactly know when he joined ENS, but it must be more than a year ago. He has just gotten better and better and better, and it seems like he consistently is getting better. And it's because this kind of aiming he has, it can't be taught, in my opinion. It's like a born gift. He worked hard for it as well, but it's something that he was born with. And so when you have a player who is so strong in yeah, when you have a player who's so strong mechanically, like the only thing you need to sort of give him is the understanding of the game, and that's why it makes sense that he keeps on improving as well. It seems like he's soaking it in, and I think Slappy is the right guy for that.